15 minutes to last call.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to
The Mac Knows Worst with your host, Tyler McAnally.
You think I'm going out like Jesse James? I was like, y'all think I'm going to shoulder through you and jump off this fifth floor balcony?
Featuring Autumn the Glue.
It's like the Dorothy shoes. Click 3 times. Your cousin shows up with a shotgun.
And Black Adam.
First you had my curiosity, now you have my attention.
Get ready to experience The Mac Knows Worst.
I don't know, man. What's everybody been doing this week? This will generate some shit. So I'll talk about what's been going on past week.
Definitely. Work sucks.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
She left me roses by the stairs.
I've actually really enjoyed work this week because I've been out so much with sick kids and sick me. And so I've been really enjoying work. It's been, although I do get to take, ample amounts of breaks and self-care.
On massage tables with your
Yeah.
infrared lights.
Yeah. The other day I got to do a drumming class.
Oh, that's dope.
It's awesome. It was a meditation. You started with stretching, and then you did like a group drumming thing because you have to like work together and like follow instructions and like be aware of what's going on around you, while also making your own unique noise. And then they end with meditation. It was so awesome.
I bet you Christmas time is lit in drumming class. Like the rap-a-pum-pum. You guys could
some little drummer boy
get down
shit.
with it. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it takes a lot. Especially so. Was it kind of just? I've got a topic brewing. I think. Was it kind of just? Were they all kind of in concordance, or was it just chaos? Everybody beating their own drum?
No,
or
so you just started out by just kind of doing
like frequency of the universe type stuff.
You started out by just kind of doing what. So the purpose of mindfulness is just to be able to exist in the space that you're in and be aware of the things that you're feeling and sensing and be able to just be okay with that and just recognize that your mind is going to wander or you're going to, just go places that you don't know where you're going to go, but that's okay. And so whenever, you ask people to just do that by just sitting and meditating, sometimes that's really hard for people. Yeah. It's really hard to just sit and then be okay with your thoughts. But whenever you're expressing it, especially in like drumming and such, you're able to do your own unique thing and also participate in a group, and you're able to do things individually in your own way and the way that you pay attention. There was an instructor, and so I guess she was more of a facilitator. And so she was like, okay, you start with whatever. And then, you join in with whatever you want. And then you would all go together. And then she would do these different motions and you would all build up together, and then she would do stop. Or she would like have everybody, go do whatever. And then, okay, you stop and then you start, and so
while
you've
you're
got to be
individually
aware.
meditating, you still have to be aware of the team as a whole. I mean, you got to be kind of feeling each other's thing going on there, right?
But think about the kinds of activities that we want our kids to engage in.
Yep.
It's types of activities like that where you don't have to think about any of the bullshit that's going on. You can just exist in a space together and have fun and be present and not have to worry about all the shit that we're always worrying about. Like, go play baseball. Like, go play tag, hide and go seek in the dark. I'm not thinking about bills when I'm playing hide and go seek in the dark.
Not in my bedroom. You can't. That's off limits.
Yeah.
God knows what you'll find in there.
That's our space.
Yeah. So, I mean, teamwork building and all that. So I've got a great story for, teamwork making the dream work, much like our second episode that dropped about facing my first guns at 16. This is yet another story from that stellar fucking year of being 16. Now that I think of it, that was a whirlwind year. So, my 16th birthday story. But I want to know before I tell this story, are we going to have some other stories about some fucked up situations where some ragtag teamwork made it happen, made it home safe? I'm sure Florida Man's got one, right?
Like MacGyvering your way home
debaucherous.
I mean,
in all
sure.
extents. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
See, when I was like 16, so I like dropped out of high school, got the GED early, like a year earlier than all my friends.
Oh yeah, we had completely different 16-year-old
like,
experience.
Yeah, my like senior year, my like first summer of freedom, it was with the kids that were like a year older than me.
Oh shit.
And like just getting in college, and then of course, then you start going to the campuses and shit. Ooh, boy. Yeah.
It's a shell shock moment, man. Remember my first time out of
It's
college.
eye-opening, I guess.
Yeah,
well,
my first time out of college, I was like, probably 15, 16. My brother was at Henderson State playing football, and I got to go down and stay like the weekend with him. I felt cool as shit just going. We went out with a few of the football players, went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I thought it was just hot shit to be sitting next to people drinking a beer, and not to mention Big Lou was like, on my mama, 6'8", 400 something pounds. The man was massive, right? Looked like a grown man looked like a toddler next to him. Okay, but he was the nicest fucking guy. So we were chilling with him. That was a funny cop experience because we're coming back from, I think we went to Hot Springs for B-dubs, and then we're going back to Arkadelphia, and a couple of boys got pissed. We get out. We're all pissed on the side of the road. Whoop whoop! Fucking blue lights, man. Back on the highway, I was like, son of a bitch. And he's like, fellas, put it up. You might have some old lady drive by and have a damn heart attack. She sees that. Y'all need to put it.
Real shit. That's dope.
He was
cool about it though.
Yeah, thank
He was
God.
cool
Hey,
about
look,
it.
man, if I walked up and saw Big Lou, I'd be real fucking cool about it too. It's a big fucking man. I'd be like, y'all are fine. Go ahead. Right ahead. Yep. No, but yeah, that was a fun trip. But no, it's funny that shell shock when you first hit a college campus, especially at a young age, and you're just obviously a teenage hormone when you look around going, oh my God, at every fucking turn.
They're still doing the same shit. Like I go into half of the dorms. I go into half of the dorms and they've all snuck alcohol in and all that kind of shit. And I'm like, man, this is like trying to hide it from your parents, and I got to hide it from
So the really cool
the
thing
RA
about
or whatever?
having my daughter in high school is that I had a family and I didn't have to live in dorms. So I could just do any of that shit that I wanted anyways without having to sneak it on or like compete with any of this other kind of bullshit over here. So I never really have that.
Right. Well, shit. Honestly, man, I didn't go to college. I got a trade. I got a trade. I'm a hell of a barber, which I'm not in the shop or anything. But high school was like more so like college, bro. I had a lot of perks. I had a lot of privileges and shit. I was fucking the teachers, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That escalated quickly.
I wasn't with my lady at the time. So I can let that be known. We're talking about crazy ass.
I was about to say, you're talking about high school, man. We got some age on us since then.
We're definitely talking about high school. So
Yeah, no, high school was.
It was a great time.
I had perks and stuff, but it was different because it was small town shit, man. It's Perry County.
I've heard you told me a couple stories. You told me a couple stories, especially being who you are and shit. Yeah, you didn't give a fuck.
But look, no, but I wasn't this confident back then. Honestly, I was not this. I was so socially anxious that like all my sister's friends thought I was stuck up, and I was like, no, I was just terrified. I grew before I grew. I guess that sound muffled. Hello. That sound muffled? Is that my headphones?
Hello.
Might be your headphones.
Maybe it's my headphones. But anyways, no, I grew before I grew. So I was not quite as confident. I was just kind of coming into that when I was getting out of high school and had my summer after high school year and California trip and debauchery and all that, and then hitting college and fraternity lifestyle free. It was wild shit. But no, high school me was a very different person. Very different. Man, I was in books. I was a hell of an athlete, but like I stayed to myself. I was a nerd, bro.
Don't get me wrong. I was an honor roll student, bro. I just, once I finished my assignment in class, I fucking left class. Yeah, like y'all don't need me anymore. Fuck that shit. I'm kicking it,
Yeah. No, see, I had great grades. I was just I wasn't as outspoken, outgoing.
It was just the fun that I had that got my ass senior year because they put me on like this academic probation and shit because motherfuckers had a thing about trying me, like trying to I was the pretty boy. I was the pretty boy.
You know what, Katie? I can see that.
I was voted best dressed from 7th grade till I graduated.
And people tried to take advantage of that kindness and that forwardness for like this type of bitchness. So when I beat your ass, when I go there, I go there.
Hey man, you know me. I'm throwing a guy out of Khalil's in my suit. I'm throwing him out of Khalil's in my suit, bro.
Speaking of, it's only right. Baby, do I not keep this on me? You know who gave me this? You know who gave me this?
Yeah.
That's the person. That's who I'm talking. This is who gave me this. Okay then.
That's one of my favorite ones.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a very, very nice, important knife to me. I love that knife.
KD, the way that you tell stories, literally, it starts and it sounds like it's going somewhere, and then you just add something that just doesn't make sense there, that just completely amps it up to the next level.
I can't wait one day to have a biography. So I mean, a biography.
See, I was gonna
Just
do
make
that,
a
but I'm
podcast.
too impatient. So
Just make a
podcast it
podcast.
is.
No. I don't want to do a podcast. I want to
Adam,
support my people that does it.
To answer your unasked question, yes, that was on the bed.
When the
was
raid
on the bed after the
nice,
raid. Yeah.
nice.
That
Awesome.
That knife survived that shit. You know?
nice.
Hey,
I
look,
love
they didn't
that.
take nothing.
That fucked you up, Adam, that I pulled that bitch out?
No.
Oh, okay.
On the first
Look.
episode, he talked about how the federal agents, when they went into his room,
Our
they put
first
his
episode that
weapons out
dropped,
on
Katie,
the.
if you didn't hear it yet, it was about when I got raided. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've heard the story.
Of
And
course.
so they
Of
pulled out
course.
all of the knives and like laid them out.
Yeah.
You've got one of the Horcruxes from that.
Yeah, you got one of the 30. Jesus.
Yeah, man. That says a lot, man.
Tyler Mack and Potter.
And it's still it's still intact.
Oh yeah. No, look, man, you'd be hard pressed to break that knife. That's a well built fucking knife right there. That shit's gonna last.
I've been watching that. What is that? Forge. I've been watching the Forge
Forged in
Kings.
Fire.
Forged in Fire.
Forged in
Forge
Fire.
Kings. Is that what it is? Forge and Fire.
Well, there's Forged in Fire.
Is
That's
it
the
like
one
where
I
they
know
make
about.
the swords and shit?
yeah, swords and blades and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love
Yeah.
it.
They've probably
Yeah, the
made multiple of
competition.
those.
Yeah, there's
know,
probably
I'll be
Forged to
honest.
Fire and Fire. Yeah, Fire Forged in. I mean, there's all probably kinds of bastardizations of that.
Yeah, that shit's dope as fuck though.
Yeah.
So I have to go back because it's in my mind now. You
Yeah,
said
I saw you. I was
you
on the
said
focus. I
we,
just had
not
to get it out.
me. And then I was gonna say, remember those old? I think it was Budweiser commercials or
Yeah,
something.
real shit.
And it was that
RP to
quarterback.
my dad's favorite fucking beer is Budweiser. Man.
It was that quarterback Leonard Washington. And he would do those bogus interviews. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, real shit.
And there was that one where they're like, "Well, you know, there's no me and team," and he's like, "Well, there's no we either."
Yeah, no, real shit.
Those were so long ago, man. Those were when commercials were good.
Is that back when if you bought enough cartons of Marlboro, you got the free duffel bag? And shit like
I
that?
think we had just gotten past that. Yeah.
The marble jackets, the marble duffel bags, the
Yeah.
marble satchels.
They were still putting
Soft
Joe
leather
Cool.
joints. The soft
in
leather joints.
Man,
Yeah.
that's God, Marble Reds. That's the first cigarettes that I smoke consistently.
Oh God.
Yeah, Marble
like
Red shorts.
sandpaper.
Man, I used to be able to run a mile in like 6 minutes, 15 seconds, and I was smoking a pack every other day. And that was in high school. Yeah, sorry, Mom.
Oh, I
Those
remember.
cigarettes were mine. They weren't Hunters.
I remember
apologize.
running full court game
Yep.
of basketball, huffing and puffing, and in between games, you're lighting up a cigarette.
See, nah, man, I was like senior year, I was so fit. I was smoking a pack of cigarette about every 2 days.
Damn.
And I was still finishing. I was on offense, defense, kickoff, return, punt, return, all the special teams. I had no backup on
That's
defense.
fucking crazy.
I had a backup on offense. And I was finishing by fourth quarter. I'm over there standing calm going, what's next, coach? Bob, he had us so in shape.
Sound like
I
you
mean,
want the high.
yeah.
You had them
So
young
in shape.
lungs.
You're gonna die so much earlier than I thought you were. Like this is awful.
Baby, I didn't expect to make past 55, if we're honest.
This
That's
is-
always.
God
Were you
damn,
were
y'all
you
crazy.
smoking at 16?
Yeah.
I
well,
appreciate
so it
the
started
days
out,
when you're sick now for like 8 days in a row and you don't smoke a cigarette. I am now much more thankful that my kids get you sick
Jesus. No.
because your lungs need that. Oh my God.
Well, no, so I started smoking Black and Milds, right? You know?
Of
Well,
course,
it was
yeah.
with my older brothers.
Yeah.
Shout out to J&D.
Whiskey and shit.
Mom already knows about this one, so I don't mind telling it. Yeah, no, because I used to come home. When I was 16, I'd come home and she'd be like, I can tell you've been with your brothers. I can smell those Black and Milds. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
That's
You're right.
disgusting.
Yeah, wood tip, man. Wood tip all day. Except Josh liked that plastic, but Dustin liked wood. So we're yeah, that was kind of the common theme. I was around my older brothers a lot at that age.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I remember it was a morning we used to go early workouts to school, and you know you could do early workouts, and coaches thought it looked good. Otherwise, my brother he had me from 8th grade. He was like, "You got no choice. You go to early workouts with me." So for me at that point, 16, it's fucking habit. Like I'm going anyways, and it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. you're at the gym at like 6 a.m. I mean, coaches are cool with you. They're in there doing their workouts, and it's just kind of relaxed. You're just up. It was just the up early thing for a fucking teenager that sucked. But we'd do our workout, and then we'd all get showered and dressed, and we go fucking around town to the baseball fields where I'd usually smoke one Black and Mild. My buddy smoked their cigarettes before we had to go to school.
Yeah.
So we whip around one day, and my boy Dylan was like, "Where's that Black and Mild, McAnally?" And I was like, "Oh, right there in that Marlboro 100 pack you got, buddy. I ain't got no blacks." He was like, "Well, shit, you surely. Here you go." Smoked a Marlboro Red 100, man.
The old cowboy killers.
I didn't really like go heavy after that, but then I just kind of eased into it where suddenly I was smoking more and more. And then we were doing more dumb shit, which meant I was smoking more and more because we're out more. Which brings me to that was a whole transition year, man. I shaved my head off. My mom got pissed because I had all these long ass curls.
You doing some other shit.
Well,
You doing some other shit.
she didn't tell me not to shave my head when I went up to
Were you still a virgin then? When did you
16.
When did you lose your
When I lost my virginity.
You lost your virginity at 16 around that same time.
Yeah, 16.
He was on some other shit.
Same
Yeah.
era.
Smelling that shit.
Same era. Transition period. And I didn't get grounded for cutting my hair off. I got grounded because my mom specifically said, when you go up to Russellville, don't let Johnny Jolly cut your hair off. Guess who fucking had the clippers in their hand, bro?
Man.
Come on.
now.
Yeah. And mom loved my curls. And I shaved that shit down to a 1, bro. Just all the way around. Buzz cut.
Yeah, you was on your Justin, your sexy back. You was on that sexy back shit.
You know what I think of? That scene in Clueless where Donald Faison's getting his head shaved in the bathroom and his girlfriend's like, was it Stacey Dash was his girlfriend? And she's like,
said,
I'm going to call your mother. And he's like, oh, no, don't call my mom. Don't call my mom. Yeah.
Real shit.
You don't remember
Yeah.
Clueless, man?
I remember Clueless.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Claire and all of them.
Yeah.
So that's
Come
why
on.
the story is funny is because the same guy, comes back into effect. We can delete that name out and just put a JJ or some shit in there because he probably don't want to mention this.
Do I remember Clueless? As if.
He loves the story. As
I ain't
if.
gonna fuck with him.
But that movie was
Leave it
peak
alone.
90s. Peak 90s.
Paul Rudd looks the same.
90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Let me tell you
Actually,
about
he
Hollywood
looks
and
better.
vampires.
He's a little more tone and everything these days.
Yeah.
That's what did they try to do the Wet Hot American Summer redo where they used all the same actors that are now old. It was man, it was cringe. It was cringe. Paul Rudd still looked just like he did in the fucking original though. That's the funny shit.
Yep. Would that also have like Bradley Cooper and
I don't think Bradley Cooper was in the redo. I think he was too
he
hot
was
billed by
in
then.
one of them.
What redo we talking about?
Wet Hot American Summer? Yep.
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought they did a Clueless remake. I haven't
They
seen it. I'm
did a Clues
trying to
remake.
go to find it. Go to Hulu and find it.
Go to Hulu and find that.
Go to Hulu and find that shit.
Yeah. So, 16 was a big year. It changed for me, right? So my 16th birthday, since we're going on birthday stories here, 16th birthday was pretty fucking nuts, right? My parents had some kind of conference or something that weekend, right? They had to go out of town on my 16th birthday. So I was a little miffed. I'll be honest. I'm like, damn, I'm the baby and I ain't even gonna be here on my 16th. Come on now.
And that lasted how long?
Till about halftime of the Twisters game. No, maybe about halfway through Outback. I'm kidding. Lasted very short. So my parents, they're fantastic. I'm just bullshitting on that. No, they were like, hey, baby, we have something we cannot get away from. We love you so much. Like, we cannot get away from this. We have to do this. And it just happens to be on our 16th birthday weekend. So we're going to give you enough money for you and Royce and Michael. Shout out to Royce and Michael.
Shout out to Royce and Michael.
Yeah. I still got the hat Royce gave me when we were like 19, bro. It's been 11 years. I still have that fucking Steelworker Unions hat. Like, I've known these dudes I've known Michael since I was in 3rd grade and Royce since I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
So 16th birthday, and Mom was like, we got enough money for you, Royce and Michael, to go to Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And get a good fucking meal, like steak for each of y'all. And then we got y'all tickets to the Arkansas Twister game.
It was a long time ago.
It was my 16th birthday, bro. That's been 14 years.
Just reminding you that you're getting old, or
Fuck you. My
If
knees
I
tell me
would
that
have
every
been
morning.
offering, as the oldest child, if I would have been offered that for my 16th fucking birthday, I would have been on
Okay.
cloud fucking 9. I wouldn't have questioned it. I would have done the dishes for 2 weeks before and after. Like I was
It
going to
was
go
a
on this
different
trip.
environment for
I know
me
it was.
when I
That's
was
why
when I
I'm
was
saying.
16. Because man, my 2 older brothers were out of the house, married with kids, off the bill. Lindsay was a senior, about to get married.
They were
off the bill.
tired.
No,
They were
they were
tired
making,
when they got
They
to
were
you.
making a fuck ton more money than they ever had when we were growing up in Perryville, because they used to only take, like, Dad didn't have.
You
he
asked
worked
them
solely
if
for
you
the
weren't
church.
if they weren't tired.
No, he worked
That was
solely
a
for the
pastor,
church.
right?
Yeah, he's still a pastor.
Oh, shout
But
out to
the
Pops.
church at some point, at one point, the church couldn't afford. I mean, he did the math. Dad's great with fucking numbers and books. He was like, church can't afford to pay me, so Dad got a full-time job, and Dad started while still pastoring the church and,
Of course.
doing all
Like
that.
my grandfather. My grandfather had a full-time
So Dad had
job,
full-time.
yeah.
Dad's had a job for
That's amazing.
I don't know, 12,
fuck yeah.
15 years, something like
Master
that. Whatever. He's a long time. Dad's been. They don't take a salary from the church at all. Okay,
Right,
like
right.
the church
Yeah.
helps with. I may have to ask my parents.
Man,
We gotta edit this
food,
out. They may not
you know,
want
if they
this
have
on
a
here.
food ministry, then that's kind of like
Yeah,
that's,
but no,
there's
so-
a package.
Yeah,
But that's,
There's a
that
package.
sound like
Well,
my
no,
grandparents,
so
bro.
like the church
that
takes
ass.
care of some of the bills. They help them out with stuff, but and like they helped them get the house through the church. But
Yeah.
other than that, like they don't take any money from the church, and
No.
they put like all the money that comes into the church goes back to the church.
That's why
And
he's
now
that's why
it's-
he's forever blessed now.
Yeah, it's admirable.
up.
Like my second oldest brother, he's putting a lot of money into revamping the church. Shout out to D. But I digress. Where were we? Where were we at with that?
16th birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, no, the climate was different. My parents were Dad was making, because he started that a day job, and Dad's a fucking hustler, bro. Like, so he started at CareLink 3, maybe 4 years ago as a driver, and now he's the transportation director for CareLink.
That's dope.
Maybe, no, it's probably 2 years. Yeah. 2 years, and he's now the salaried transportation director. Like, Dad runs at Dad's pace, which people think is slow, but it's not slow. It's methodical, because slow is smooth and smooth is fast, right? Yeah, Dad's slow,
Unlike
Dad's
me-
smooth, and
New
it's
England
fast.
Patriots
It's efficient,
offense.
man. It's efficient. I'm telling you, slow is
Unlike
smooth,
me,
smooth is
who is
fast.
just really, really fast and all over the place and is not very smooth.
You make it work,
and
though. You
we
make it
stumble
work.
to the finish line,
Hey,
but
you're
we
the glue,
get
not the
there.
grease, baby.
Aw, I love you.
See, the Mac knows love around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He
True.
tries.
The Mac
He
knows
knows.
love.
He knows something.
The Mac has been privileged enough to have. Oh no, never let me refer to myself in third person. I've been privileged enough to live a life where I've been showed a lot of love, a lot of
doubt,
love through a
no
lot
doubt,
of
man.
through a lot of outlets, a lot of people. I've been shown what love is and
a
is,
blessing.
and yeah, either way.
That's a
And the
blessing.
cats are his favorite.
Yeah, I'd like to think even if I wouldn't show love, I'd choose love, but it's hard to choose love if you've never seen love. So I,
better
yeah.
know
That's a
it.
good point.
What you said. What you
Real
said.
hard.
You think attachment is whatever you grow up knowing what attachment is. And
Yeah.
if that's not a loving environment, if that's trauma or abuse or neglect, I mean, it's so hard to grow those skills as you get older.
Absolutely. Well, our first and second episodes.
Episodes.
Epitodes. It's an epitode. No, it's just my right toe. It's because it was broken. No, I mean, our first episodes, I've always dealt with enough trauma. But
Oh, yeah.
my 16th birthday story is more fun than it is traumatic. It's only traumatic for the side of Royce's car, I guess.
Oh,
Poor
see where that's
bastard.
going.
Well, it wasn't an
How
accident.
long
It was an
have you
accident.
and Adam known each other?
Shit.
Going on pretty much almost 3 years. I
Yeah,
think.
about 3 years.
Oh, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Man, not about as close to as long as I've known you. I met Adam through
know what,
Khalil.
man? That's-
Through Khalil's. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, same deal.
yeah.
This whole shit started because Adam and I, he'd been KJing and shit, and I worked the door, and we'd always like in passing or after work we'd chat. Well, there was a night that I was we'll edit this out. I was geeked out of my goddamn mind, right? And Adam was off work, and we were slow. It was like a Tuesday,
I think so.
Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
And he came
Yeah.
up and was like, hey, bro, Muff, like, I never really get to just kick and chat. And I was like, yeah, I never get to kick and chat with you. It's kind of the vibe that was going. And he was, so he posted up, bro. And 3 hours later, we had a domain name bot.
Oh shit.
He
Yeah.
calls
Shout out
me.
to
3 hours later, we had a
Shout out to
domain
the
name
He
truth.
calls
bot.
me. I'm at home with
telling
the
you.
kids. He's at work. He calls me and he was like, "Babe, I'm sorry. I know it's been 3 hours, but here's what we've been talking about." And he tells me about this podcast,
Well,
and I
I'm
was like,
still
"Fuck
working.
yeah!"
Yeah.
It's like, "Fuck yeah, this is an excellent idea." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, okay." And I love you, but I gotta go. We're gonna like continue talking about this stuff. There's like people coming in the door,
Yeah.
and so like yeah, he came home and he was like, "Here's our website." Like this, he got like our LS.
We didn't have a
LLC
website built, but
stuff.
we bought a
domain
we bought a
name.
domain name. Like 3 days later, Adam comes up and was like, I got us an LLC, and it's
Yeah.
called Laugh at That Ish LLC.
Couldn't
And
think of
so
anything.
yeah,
dope.
I
it's
love
fucking
it,
beautiful.
I love
Yeah,
it,
so we got that, and then now, man, we went from there, and man, you know, we've been conceptualizing it since that night. That's been since August, September, and then finally
Yeah.
released. You know, what was that? February
28th.
February
First, 21st.
February 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our first episode
Yeah.
release. Yeah, but we didn't want to rush ourselves. We didn't want to feel rushed.
Quality over quantity, right?
Quality over quality.
would-
You know, that's what I used to say when I was single. And then
Not to mention you got like life
look at
happening.
quality.
You know, life happens.
Life
you can't,
happens.
You know,
God,
Yeah.
life happens.
yeah.
Life happens. Yeah.
Well, and you want this to be like an accurate representation of your stories, and your life is like this.
Fuck, I can't really be anything but authentic. That's kind of just.
We would die, wouldn't we?
The
That's why
back
we all
knows
work so well
authenticity.
together, guys. It's because we just know we're all going to be our full authentic selves
It's
all
why
the
I
time.
love Casey fucking Goodwin, and a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand it. I'm like, look, bro, I'd rather take Casey, even if he's loud and sometimes abrasive, because Casey is always fucking Casey.
A person who
You
you,
don't
can
have to guess
depend
what
on.
Casey's thinking. You don't. He's not about subterfuge. He's not about manipulation. He's about I'm me, and this is me, and you like me or you
a
don't.
person whose
And I'll
personality
take that
is
over
stable.
somebody who's slick and talk to a crowd any fucking day.
Yep. Someone whose personality is stable throughout situations, throughout environments where you know they are going to be them and they're going to love and respect you the same way that you do them in every single situation. Even if it's strong or weird or quirky sometimes, dude, nobody wants a half-ass friend.
At all. At fucking all.
See, you're talking about your 16th birthday. Get
Yep.
to the juicy stuff.
Yeah.
Like
So
we got
it's-
Outback and Twisters. So let's.
Well, let's
But not that
we got to
kinda
build up to
twister.
this, right? So parents go out there, they give us money. We go. This is back when I had one of my favorite vehicles ever. My parents got me a 2001 Ford Explorer Sport.
Oh yes.
Had over 100,000.
Oh, yes.
I had about 8,000 miles, right? Had a little bit of a lift, 4-wheel drive,
Come on now.
leather, sunroof,
Yes.
5.0 V8. And somebody before me had cut the fucking muffler, and that bitch went blah 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 blah. Man, I love this fucking vehicle.
How did it go again?
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it rattled, and the AC rattled a little bit when you got over 65. Okay, like, but I love that car. I love that car.
Isn't it funny how people
It
know
had
the
the little
tricks?
step runners, you know what I mean? Like in the roof rack, and it smelled like Black and Mild, smelled like Modest Mouse for a whole summer.
Dude, it's funny how people know the tricks of their cars. Like Caitlin, the Avenger that we have now, if the radio goes off going down the interstate,
Yeah.
you just like turn the car off and turn it back on and it'll work again. It's like, oh
That's
my
dope.
God.
That's dope. That's dope as shit.
Like,
No, but you know
That's
the
dope as
tricks.
shit.
Yeah,
everybody
you gotta know
knows the
car.
tricks. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we're in this car. Sorry, I just had to admit the car. I love it. So we go to Outback. Great fucking meal. We go to the Twisters game. Well, on the way into the Twisters game, we see our boys from high school. We'll call them J and B, right?
All right.
Protect some names here. One of them will probably be a guest host eventually because that's my boy. But yeah, J and B. We see them outside, and we also see G and T. I don't know. We got to work on this.
It don't matter. Just keep
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Some
Anyways.
other guys. I was with some guys, and we went to go
one guy
see
that's
some
in our
other
grade,
guys.
one guy that there's a guy in our grade and a guy grade above us, and then there's two other guys in the grade above us, our upperclassmen. And two of these guys have been like my mentors since 9th grade. Okay, they got me into speed training. They were like, "Hey, look, Mac, we want you with us next season. You're gonna be senior high. We're doing this speed training thing. It costs this much. We want you to go with us." And these were like our starters, and they're like, so I must have been 10th grade. So they're these guys were mentors, man. Like they cared. They were like, we didn't ask any other underclassmen to do this shit with us. We asked you. And we want you to go with us. Like, we know you can't drive to Little Rock all the time. No, I was 15. They were like, we know we can't drive to Little Rock because you ain't got a car. We'll give you a ride every time between me and so-and-so and so-and-so. We got you. You know, we'll get you there.
That's so sweet.
So I dropped my fucking 5.340 in 9th grade down to a 4.6 by the time I hit 10th grade because these guys cared. And 2 of these guys are fucking there at this game. So we're there. And, you know, they were on some other shit at that point. They're a little older, so they're a little spacey. And we're there. We're just vibing on Outback steak. That's the only thing we're fucked up on, you know. We're just got full bellies. And B&T and G&T, J and B and G&T, they're all like, we all sit by them, you know. It's the Twisters. It's not a full game, so we can sit by each other. Well, by halftime, fucking J and B are like, hey man, fuck this. Let's go to fucking Taco Bell or something, man. This game's boring as shit, you know, and they're a little fucked up. So we go to the Taco Bell up on Pullman, right? Yeah. And we're pulling in those parking spots. We're just out. We're smoking fucking peach Optimo Phillies, you know, not filled with anything, bro. We're 16. We just think we're cool because we're smoking cigars.
Damn.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And this is like the day of my 16th birthday.
Right.
Like I just got my license. Okay. Like just got my full driver's license.
Real shit.
And we go well, we're sitting there, and this the way this happens is fucking insane. So same dude who shaved my head off, right? JJ. Same dude, right? That was later that summer. So this is that birthday before that summer. We're in the Taco Bell parking lot.
So you still had your curls.
Still had my curls.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I still have braces.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to make
They
sure
were
I'm
blue.
visualizing.
They brought out the
correctly.
color of my eyes.
Oh my god,
you
I
know.
love that.
No doubt.
Terrible.
Real shit.
So look, man, I'm a goofy. My nose grew before the rest of me did. You know, I finally hit about like 5'9", 5. No, by 16, I was like 5'10", 5'11". You know, and I was slim, about 160 pounds. I'm about 6'1", 175 these days. I'm not much bigger, but
No doubt.
no. So we're in the parking lot smoking these peach Optimos, thinking we're cool as shit because mom and dad are out of town. I got nothing to worry about. You know, we're doing that, and I hear, "Now you know what the fuck's up?" from the drive-thru at Taco Bell. It's JJ. Same dude that shaved my head off later that summer. My sister's ex-boyfriend, right? It's him. And he goes, "Man, what are y'all doing out here?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, I'm trying to act cool." I'm like, "Man, we're sounding like, you know, mom and dad are out of town and they gave me money to go to the Twisters game, but we left at halftime. We're just kicking it." And he was like, look at the dude that was with him, like, "You want to go to a real party?" Swear to God, he's leaning out the window like this, like dazed and confused style, full out the window. And he's like, "You want to go to a real party?" And I'm like, I look around, I'm putting there like, fuck yeah, it's me, Michael, Royce, Josh, and Brad.
Your people.
And we're all like 17 and down.
That is the whitest group of boys' names I've ever
except
heard.
Royce is half black. Thank you. We had a little color with us.
Right. Real
Well,
shit.
you know, I've told you in my high school we had one black dude and there was 2 half black brothers, Royce and Josh.
Right.
This is Royce.
Yeah, this is Royce.
So we're sitting there and he's, "Yeah, you want to go to a real party?" We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, y'all got to follow me to Conway." I was like, "Why are we going to Conway?" He said, "Taking y'all to a frat party at UCA." And I said, "Oh, fuck. Okay, boys, let's head up." Now we're all like, "Yeah, let's go, man." We get in the cars. All of us are like calling each other like, "Man, you good? Like, are we good?" We're nervous. We're all kind of freaking out a little bit. So we go, we park, and Johnny's like, "Look, I know people up here. Don't worry about it. You're cool. You're with me." And they got, you know, the sugar cane encompassing the whole house so you can't see shit. There's a private entry. And we're coming around the corner, and there's cops at the door checking shit. And it's college, so you can be 18 and up, you know. They just got to check IDs to make sure you're in the college. So we, Johnny knows enough people that, the cops are there, and they're looking at us. Bro, like I said, I'm curly-headed fuck with braces. Thank God I had a jawline by that age. And then we got all the fucktards with me. God, I love them dudes. We were all idiots back then. They're all actually doing pretty fucking well for themselves these days, but back then, we're all fucktards. We're 16, 17, 15. We don't know shit.
Yeah, real shit. Y'all just kicking it.
Man, so we go in, and this is a big frat house, like I say, back when there was only one big frat house. And it's like, And I remember walking into this fucking frat party at 16 years old and just being absolutely fucking shell-shocked. And, you know, I mean, it was absolute chaos, right?
16-year-old me would have been shell-shocked at that,
So
too.
here's the thing is that, like, all my buddies, we all split, bro. I mean, everybody disappeared. By the time we go to wrangle the troops, fucking everybody's everywhere. We're all in a different fucking group of friends. We've all been, by this point, we're at a party where people been passing some drinks. We're drinking a little bit. We're getting fucked up. Right.
Guys,
we're 16 and 17
that's
with this
what
shit.
the transition is like to college, though. You leave your high school group of friends and then you find your different niches that are more diverse.
but the
and it
story-
happens so much quicker because you're on a bunch of drugs.
No, we weren't on drugs. We were just drunk. We were 16.
Sorry.
We didn't do drugs back then.
Well,
we
but
just drank.
other people may have been.
No, so we go, man, we this fucking frat house is just jumping. It feels like we're there for about 10 years, you know, and we get out and my boy Johnny's coming around gathering us all up. You know, he's playing fucking caretaker shepherd. He's getting everybody around. And so we end up at this, I was like, oh, you done? He's like, we're going to the house party. So we go to this house party. Now, here's the funny part about this house. The house that we currently live in our city, this house that I partied at is about 30 seconds up the fucking street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kid you not. We're driving by it when I was first going over and meeting, like being in Olive's house, and I was like, I partied at the house when I was 16. She's
Now
like, what? And I was
listen.
like, no, I partied at that house when I was 16. So,
I
man,
just need a little pitch in just really quickly because I did a presentation a couple years ago in grad school about like mate selection and like in humans, the number one, like one of the biggest factors in who you choose as a mate for a lifetime is proximity, how close you are to one another. If we came into contact like that many times almost, like that's a huge
baby, you were
proximity
still
piece. But it's the
you were
same
still in
area.
elementary school
But it's the same
when I was doing
area.
that.
No. It's the same area as
You're right.
well. If you're frequenting in an area that I am about to move to, that automatically increases our chances. So it doesn't matter if we were in that general area at the same time. Even the mere probability that we were going to be in the same environment. It was me like going to the fucking Cowboy for like the first time ever.
Well, it'd be like that.
Remember when one of the social medias used to pair you like that? It'd be like people you may know, and it was just people that were like location based in the same area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it didn't matter when you were there, or how long you were there, or why you were there. It was just because you were close together.
Yeah.
That's why, like, whenever your phone does the weird stuff about if you're talking about like baby shark stuff, then it'll pick up ads for baby shark stuff near you. Like the closest thing to you, you're going to be the most likely to interact with.
Yeah. So we do that party. We go to this house party. That's the first time I ever have like fucking hunch punch, man. I mean,
Punch, punch. Okay, now.
I'm getting fucking wasted. And then I've got these two.
Is that like jungle juice?
Yeah, jungle juice type shit, hunch punch.
That's
so
what we called it.
I mean, we got like Route 44 cups, you know. We're fucking drinking, and all of us at this point are underage, and we're hammered. But everybody else is college; they're hammered too. Nobody's really noticing. You know, we all know how to carry ourselves. We were always hanging out with upperclassmen, so we kind of know how to act a little bit. But in hindsight, you're like, oh my God, how did they not fucking know? And it's the same way I don't know that I see these college kids these days. I'm like, you can drink? Bitch, you're 21? You look like a child.
Yes.
And then I'm like, how did they at 23 look like a child? And these motherfuckers, I was 16, bro.
There are kids like a couple of grades older than our almost 11-year-old who look like adults.
Yeah.
Like, we never looked that old.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I
still
guess we
don't.
did.
Yeah.
But no, I'm chatting with like these two girls that are in college, and I'm doing well, at least in my own mind. You know, I'm also drunk, and remember Johnny walking up and Johnny going, "Whoa, little Mac." He goes, "Ladies, it's my boy, but this kid's 16. Y'all don't want to do it." And I was like, bro,
For
that
a
would've been
good
statutory
reason.
rape for them. Johnny was looking out. Johnny was playing good shepherd. He's like, now, Johnny did capitalize. It was like, he can't talk to you, but I can. Hi, I'm Johnny.
of course.
What's up? Not to mention, hey, look, Johnny Jolly has evolved, but back in those days, not the greatest guy. We've all been there, but the motherfucker looks like goddamn Smallville Superman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's understandable.
Yeah. So, but cool ass fucking dude. You know, like I said, my sister's ex-boyfriend, so my parents don't approve. They've never, but Johnny and I got good memories. So we go, man, there's a ditch right in front of that house, right? It's still there.
Yeah.
If you'd asked me that night, that ditch was a mile wide. Because I'm so fucked up while we're trying to leave. And we got like...
Did you clear it?
Look, and baby, you know the one ride parking lot where the bull is? That's where cars are parked, right? So we got to get across the ditch and across the street. And we got Royce's Toyota Solara. And no, there may have been an empty lot where that bank is, honestly. It's been that long. So we got Royce's Toyota Solara. I think we got Brad's car or Schamberg's car. And I go to hop this fucking ditch. Like, we're all, Johnny's corralling the troops. And he's like, y'all good to make it back. I go to hop this ditch. And I like try and standing broad jump this shit. Bust my ass. Yeah. I made it across, bro, but I did not land. So on the way back, we're coming, because for some dumb fucking reason, instead of going from Conway down the back roads, it must have been because we were like, we can't drive the back roads. We went to Little Rock and then up 430 and then back down Highway 10. So on 430 Bridge, we see the passenger window of Royce's Solara open up and Brad leans out and just fucking... And it just all down. Man, shit. I'm telling you.
Been there.
So, speed it up. We get to Brad's house back in Perry County. You know, driving fucking wild down Highway 10, whatever. That was a fever dream anyways. We get to Brad's house. And as soon as I open Royce's Toyota Solara, which is pretty low to the ground, I go to step out and I take one step. And then I'm like, those are stars. Fucking on my back, bro. Just so fucked up. Wow. So fucked up.
That shit crazy.
We thought the Xbox blinking light was a bomb that night. I was hiding in the bathtub. Now, here's the kicker to us getting this fucked up, right? You know what the next day was? Prom.
Oh.
And I was going with a girl that I had planned prom with for a week. Because she was like, hey, my prom date backed out. She was one of my good friends back then. And she was like, hey, my prom date backed out. Can you be my prom date? And I've been talking to this one girl and like blew her off and then went to prom with this girl. But the next day, I'm driving this girl's mom's car for prom. And the girl's mom doesn't know that I've just got my driver's license that week. She also doesn't know that I've been fucked up till about 5 a.m. the night before. Yeah. That was an interesting prom.
Was it your prom or like was it your prom? I got stood up. I got stood up at someone else's prom.
It was my prom. No,
I got stood up at someone else's prom. Like she was the upperclassman. You know, I've always dated older women. Shout out to the older ladies. But you know, like
she's like, I'm gonna do my work.
My grandmother like altered her dress and shit for her. Basically, kind of like tailored it to her. At that time, the 300s had just came out. My mom had one, so I was driving her 300 and shit.
Oh, yeah. We
had, she had gave us good money for that night and all that type of shit. So I had paid for the tickets and everything. We get to her homegirl's house. I'm tuxedoed out and everything. Now, I'm a sophomore. She's a senior. This is her prom.
Yep.
True story. I went in with her family and helped buy her car and everything. That ass.
Yep.
For me to get to her friend's house that night and for her to tell me that she didn't have my ticket or that there's not a ticket for me. Oh, everybody's taking pictures and shit. I'm decked the fuck out. Do you understand me?
No, sir.
And that shit just kind of like made me cold. So, until I had met my lady, shit, I was a pimp from there.
Hey man, I felt balls. I'm about to say
I was a fucking pimp. It was no love for you hoes at that time.
Prom night.
Nah,
I felt real ballsy on prom night. By prom night, man.
But check this out, though, Tyler. She definitely years later she apologized. She apologized for that shit.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's growth.
Because she was just like, damn, dealing with what I've dealt with, I definitely should have done you a little bit
Yeah.
than that.
Man, we're all idiots.
It was fucked
that
up
age.
though.
I'm sorry. Like, even if you're 22, 23, you're still an idiot.
She just missed out.
Fact.
There's so much
she just
growth.
missed
There's so
out.
much growth between 20 and 30 and 30
I got
and 40.
married at
There's so much
19.
growth in every damn year that I promise you next year, I'm going to be like, God damn, 30-year-old me was a fucking idiot,
I
wasn't
mean,
he?
I got married at what?
Dude,
21?
I got married at 19. I had no business getting married at 19 years old. Seriously. And I thought that was like the best idea ever. Whenever you're that young, like your brain doesn't even know what life is outside of your own little circle anymore.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah. No, you get out there and it's just different.
Well, I mean, when you've been out there since 15, 16, by 21, you like, shit, it's time to settle down. Fuck this shit. 23, it's time to I got to find me somebody. God damn it, fuck this
Can
shit.
anybody find me somebody to love? It was birthday stories. You got birthday stories?
Prom story. I was like, bro, I
Prom
have to
story.
ask prom story.
The prom queen.
I didn't go to my prom. Like I said, that was someone else's. I didn't even go to my shit.
See, that prom
I never
was
went to
funny
prom
because 10th graders weren't allowed to go to prom together, right?
Yeah,
And
I
me and
told
my
you.
me
I
and
had
my
it
girlfriend,
different, bro.
Me and
high
my
school.
girlfriend and I were both not girlfriend, best friend at that time. We were both in 10th grade, so technically we couldn't go together. But, or was it 9th grade? No, it was bad to be fucking 10th grade. No, 9th grade.
I know when I was in high school.
Yeah,
I didn't want you.
It was 9th grade. It was 9th grade. So two 9th graders couldn't go together. An upperclassman could take a 9th grader, but a
Yeah.
9th grader couldn't take a 9th grader. So technically, her sister took me to prom, and her sister's date took her to prom. We just did what we did.
Right. Y'all
And I was
still
bougie.
went, though.
Man, by senior prom, her dress and my tux matched my Mustang.
Oh, yeah. Hell
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it, though.
I was
Is
probably
it?
the only dude in Perry County who did a like James
that's how you're
Bond
supposed to
black
do it.
with the white shirt, black bow tie tux with my black and white Mustang on 22s.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, now.
It was clean.
I bet that shit was
She had a
fly.
black and white pattern dress. No, it was very aesthetically pleasing.
I love that.
Yeah,
that shit
it
was
a
dope.
night. We can actually post those pictures. We'll either ask her for consent or blot her face out.
And Adam, you didn't go to prom?
I never went to prom.
He dropped out at 16 with a GED.
I dropped
Remember?
out after the first semester of my junior year.
Yeah.
And I had a GED 3
See, that's
weeks
why I
later.
always feel like you've done so much in like a short amount of time. You finished early.
I mean, shit, I started working at 14.
Yeah, look, that's a common problem with
Thanks,
most
man.
males. Finishing early it happens.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, Caitlin already said not all the time.
I was
Yeah.
using my frontal lobe, not.
Sometimes the pussies just stack up, bro.
It's true.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah. No, when you've got it, you've got it. You know, you don't have to worry about anything,
You got it.
Caitlin.
You got it. You got it.
You don't have to worry about anything. And plus, like, we make good food, and like, what are they gonna do? We tell funny
They're
jokes.
not surviving. It's okay.
We tell them they're pretty. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
See, when I first
how
started
about
partying,
that wind chill?
I've missed you, Caitlin.
Whether
Hey, look,
Yeah.
KD, I did want to mention this. Adam and I have talked about it because there are certain stories I have that Autumn cannot be any part of as far as this. So we've talked about like a Mac Knows Worst After Dark because, bro, I got stories that I can't share just because
it's the paid subscription.
statute of limitations is up on them, but she can't be affiliated with it because she's in her PhD shit with the VA. So, but there's some, Katie, I used to be a premier nationwide drug trafficker at 19, right?
Right. Definitely, man. Those were the days.
Days.
Smoking a
These
cigarette.
days are better. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
These days are better.
Oh.
There's the same amount of stress, but in a different
Now we
manner.
smoke cigarettes and put eye drops in our eyes in opposite hands.
So, speaking of driving cross
Yeah.
country, I fucking drove to Bowling Green, Kentucky last week.
Yeah,
Bro,
Yeah.
the one thing I fucking absolutely despise on this planet is the people that drive in the left lane that think they belong in the left lane.
Well,
They're like, I'm going two
Look,
above the speed limit. I belong here.
You've got two people that drive in the lane. Well, no, you've got three people that drive in that speeding lane, right?
I do that too.
if I'm doing the speed limit,
We might could even call it.
line, God damn it.
You might could call it three people with a subset of one person in the same group. Okay, so you've got your law followers, right?
But if I'm
You've got your people that they're going the speed limit and they think that you shouldn't be behind them in that fast lane. Oh, you're trying to speed to get past me. You shouldn't be there, right? So then you've got those people that are going like 2 miles an hour over that they're like, oh, I'm already speeding, buddy. Why are you on my ass? Why am I getting you over?
Yep.
Then you've got those people that just camp there and don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay. They don't know how to get over. They don't have change lanes. Like you watch 6 people pass them on the right side. Then you got those people that are like, if you don't get the fuck out of my goddamn way and learn how to drive. And look, I used to be one of those people that was like, buddy, you're not going to stress me. I'm going 75 and a 70. You can wait your fucking turn till I get around this truck, okay? No. Fuck no. You do that on a 2-lane, bro, I'm getting pissed now. Like, if I want to go, I want to go.
It's different if you're waiting to pass a truck and it takes a little bit. Yeah, you're in line. You were first there. First come, first serve. You get to go around the truck.
Yep,
but when you clear the fucking truck...
Well, and sometimes the trucks are the fucking problem.
Goddamn right.
A lot of times
then there's the
trucks
trucks that believe I'm in the left lane because I'm going to pass this guy that's a half a mile ahead of me.
Why does my hat keep going crooked?
Yeah, but no, the people that hang out there that just think they belong there, man. I fucking
God bless it. It's like those people that are like, oh, I know so and so. I can stay at the bar after close. No, the fuck you can. No, the fuck you can't.
They would always do that on the nights that we wanted to just go home and take a bath.
You know what it is? And some, remember when we used to hang out until like everybody was done and we'd go to Cowboy or something? Yeah. Well, bro, as soon as you get out of that, they get all jealous and they just clam up like, no, I'm not going to Cowboy. No. Even though they wanted to go, but because you're going before them,
bye. Yeah, he's been to Cowboy like one time ever.
I know.
Yeah. So no, he doesn't count in that group.
You're right.
He's a whole nother group.
So I guess if we're gonna go on the line of birthdays, I don't really have like.
Yeah, your 16th birthday, you had a child, right?
Tyler fucking stupid, man.
Shortly before, yes.
You know, it's
Shortly
that kind of humor that prepared
though?
him for wanting to actually be with me, because mine is sometimes that bad too.
That dark, yeah. That dark.
But yeah, I did have a child when I was 16.
Yeah.
You've already
However-
mentioned
Mine
that.
at 18.
You've already
However-
mentioned that. I thought I was speaking to the candid story.
No. So I
Yes,
didn't really have a story until you started talking about this party that you went to.
God,
Prom. And what I remember about my prom was what I remember about every single other school dance that we ever went to, and that was just dancing. I always just fucking danced. I just didn't really care.
How's that different
And
from now?
so that's the point. Thank you for making it to the end of the story. Now we're going to walk everybody else through B, C, and D before we end at E for everyone. So
BCAD?
yes. So I've just always danced. And even when like I would go to my prom, like my senior prom is really whenever I kind of figured out that I'm the shit. Yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, because you spend your entire childhood like thinking that other
Self-confidence is important, guys.
people's
Very important. Love yourself.
Especially when you look like that.
Love your motherfucking self.
Especially when you look like that.
You spend your whole life like thinking that everybody else is better than you or is judging you, and then whenever you figure out that if you only care about you, other people probably only care about themselves too, and you should just be yourself. That's just what you do.
yourself.
Weird and all.
And so now I'm
Self-flagellation.
thinking about, so from just that in general to my prom, me and my best friend Micah, we were not best friends at our
Shout out
senior
to
prom.
Auntie M.
Yes,
Aunt
Aunt
Kat.
Mai and Aunt Taylor, who is a man, but we call him Aunt
Aunt
Taylor
Taylor's
because
the shit.
the hot
The hot
tub.
tub.
The hot tub.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out TT.
Yep.
Even better.
Yeah, I knew that shit.
Even better.
Aunt Taylor's the shit, man. Hey, look, that man gave me a pair of shoes. He was like, look, what size do you wear? And I was like, this. And he said, I can't wear these. Do you want them? There's some like little 3/4 chucka black leather zip up.
They're
on the
hot
half
as
boots,
fuck.
bro. They're nice as fuck. And I was
Yeah,
like,
they are.
yeah, I gotta buy some clothes to wear with this, but I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mike and I, just over some, petty high school shit that happens, weren't friends during prom, but we made up, shortly after that, whatever. So
The nature of such things.
Exactly. Right. Because whenever you're teenagers, think everything is a big deal. Flash forward to now,
It
and I
is.
still think that
It
everything is a
when
big
you're a
deal.
teenager. It is a big deal when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
That's the biggest deal you dealt with.
And so whenever I got divorced, the very first birthday that I had I went to the Electric Cowboy with Micah. That was the first time that I had ever been there. And I never went because I was in a relationship with someone who would go and like meet other people there for other reasons than dancing like I go there for. And so
Extracurricular reasons.
Yeah. And so we went there, and I'm literally in a TikTok from somebody who posts dancing on the Cowboys TikTok from my very first night there. I didn't try to be in that video. I didn't like conceptualize being in that video, but like we still dance and like do all of this other bullshit. And it's just because I just go and dance and do silly things.
Is he the light-skinned dude with like the open shirt? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what me and Caitlin call him? TikTok.
TikTok.
It's TikTok.
Yeah. That's his
Me
nickname.
too. But
Even
he
when we
taught
see
me-
him there, TikTok.
He taught me all the dances, you know, and I didn't know he knows D. He knows D. You know D?
I'm not falling for
These
this.
nuts.
No, it's not a joke.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
We will ask my boyfriend when he comes out of the bathroom because he will know this.
Anyway, but yeah.
But anyways, yes. And so that's where I met Tyler. And now we dance. And so we just get to do like cool.
I love it.
So I never really, I'm not like explain D. Yes.
We didn't fall for it.
No.
What's up, my D?
Yes, D. Cowboy D.
Who's Cowboy D?
Cowboy D. Not just Cowboy D. Like, damn near Family D. Like, this man, nah, bro. He's been there probably since
No.
Wait, where's D?
Like, tell
Yeah, D.
them who he is so
Which
that
one?
they can help remember him.
Oh, shit. Tall dude, broad shoulders.
Always wearing the jean jackets at the Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Tall,
Yeah,
black,
yeah,
hair
yeah.
always up.
Yeah.
He dances. I didn't know that he danced. I always do this because
Is that what you're doing, moving and grooving? Healer?
I'm always dancing. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't really have birthday stories. I just
Yeah, well,
went
one
from
bird's story ends.
dancing to birthdays to prom.
So, yeah, birthday to prom.
God, if
and
you look at
then-
my junior year prom
Man,
and
this
then my
is-
senior year prom, it's like two totally different pictures.
This is when I learned that, my 10th grade prom and my, 11th grade prom were very different. Obviously, one was filled with curls and the other one was shaved head. So it's a totally different
Okay,
look.
KD, you said you got stood up for one, but what about your proms?
I didn't go to prom, but I had a dope 16th birthday. As far as I had a little party and shit.
What, just
A little party and shit.
It was a little party and
Yeah.
shit.
Was that a little ring and shit?
Got a car.
little
got a car.
bracelet and shit.
You got a little
Man,
business
you know,
and
little
shit.
headphones and
We
shit.
gotta
A couple
stay
little
modest.
necklaces and
A little
shit.
Facebook tag above your head and shit.
Couple little letters on your shirt and shit. But you got a little party and shit.
You know?
Just a little party and shit.
Yeah, it was nice though. It was cool, man. Other than that, like I said,
I
I
walk up
didn't
in the
graduate.
party,
I didn't
doing
graduate.
cards wheels.
I got a GD. And and shit. Yeah, definitely. And my now I did do a song the year after I graduated. You know, dissing
You?
my
No.
dissing class of 2009 at Little Rock Hall High. You can still look it
What
up right
did I
now.
say?
You
What
can
did I
go to you can
say?
go to Facebook right now and look up.
What did I say? Every single time he tells a story at
You
some
look up-
random ass point, he just escalates it too far.
You can.
It becomes a whole nother
I
story.
dissed my whole class. I mean, shit. Yeah, we're talking about 16-year-old and shit like that.
Where can we find this?
She's been with me. She's been with me for 12 years. My life is very interesting. My life is very interesting. That's beautiful. But definitely, I went. They did, like I said, I was on academic probation at them, so they was like hooing me and shit. I had the grade point average, but because of certain circumstances and shit,
Because you spoke your mind in a place where it's public school and people don't want you to do that.
whatever shit,
facts.
whatever that shit is. But I didn't graduate, so I still went to my graduation. I still got a car for my graduation.
Man,
I got
we gotta find this video.
I got a
Cody. I wanna know this
740.
shit.
I got a BMW 740 Li, white beige seats. No
Hi,
bullshit.
Jeezy.
I still pulled up.
Everybody back because my brother can't drive.
Look though,
I
real
bet
shit.
upkeep was terrible
shit.
on that thing.
I was in there so fucking I was upset. I was aggravated and shit. So I was just on complete asshole mode. I got put out my graduation and everything, even though I didn't participate. When they called my people's name, I would throw money and shit. I was being like a total asshole. Like I just.
But listen, KD, you were a child.
I loved high school though. No, I was 18.
No.
Hey,
You
bro,
are
hey,
still
look,
I was
technically
18.
a child.
Tell me an 18-year-old. Hey, Katie, if you see an 18-year-old right now, are you not gonna be like, that's a child? Because I see 22-year-olds coming to Khalil's, and I'm like, that's a child. That's a baby.
They're not. I mean, now that's different from us.
But
They different from us.
But what I'm saying
Totally
is,
different. My son is 14 and
So,
he ain't even driving, bro. I was
I
driving at
guarantee
12, bro.
Every
driving at
30-year-old,
12?
looked at me at 18 and was like, "That's a child."
Yeah.
And I used to be like, "I'm not a
13.
child. I'm 18. I'm not a child. You're 30, but I'm 18. I'm not a child." Now that I'm 30, I look at an 18-year-old. I'm like, "That's a child." That's
Well,
a
but
fucking
what
child,
I was
bro.
saying is just like whenever you're that young, you don't know how to regulate your own emotions, let alone your own like impulsive behaviors. Your frontal lobe isn't even fully
Impulsivity.
developed.
If you
And
have
they're taking
ADHD.
they're taking away things like prom and graduation and things like that. They
Well,
they tried to take away my valedictorian status because I wanted to participate in a senior skip day, which
we
we
kicked
figured out a loophole around because we're smart people. But like
Smart people.
they they use that against you, and that's so fucking unfair.
Yeah. But like I say, man, shout out to class of 09. I hope you guys are doing well because I'm fucking doing great.
Woo!
Degree without a degree. Goddamn, I'm doing great than a motherfucker.
Hey, look,
I hope,
man, I'll
I hope
tell
you
you
guys
what.
stay motivated because all that shit the teachers try to tell y'all and try to teach y'all that shit is not adding up right now when I see
Look,
y'all.
But you can still take the benefit of what the teachers taught and then eschew the bullshit that they did teach too.
Yeah.
Because I had teachers that taught me a lot of good shit, but they probably had some bad habits they instilled too. But you can get rid of those bad habits and still have
you're
the good
talking
shit.
to a person. You're talking to a person
Yeah.
that
Look, you take what elevates you and elevate it. That's it.
I knew the teachers that smoked weed. I knew the teachers. I could talk about that shit now. They're grown and shit. Some of them retired. Shout out to y'all. Y'all were great. It wasn't you guys. It was my peers. It wasn't the teachers. It was the peers. The peers were haters. The teachers were great, man. I loved you guys, man. I see y'all. I
you
kick it
too
with y'all to
elementary
this
class,
day,
man.
man.
Too
I'm-
elementary free class.
I know.
Yeah.
On my hand, it was 5 motherfuckers that were students that were able to be at the faculty
Yep.
Christmas parties and shit
Yep.
outside of the school
Yep.
type shit.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
it was
Yep.
great. It was great.
That's lovely.
And that's what the real world is like.
No bullshit.
And then the crazy you make is the hands you shake.
They didn't look at me as a student. They looked at me as like a young man because they seen me
Yeah.
outside of school and was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, this
respect,
nigga on
no
some other
disrespect.
shit. He on some other shit."
I had a ninth grade teacher, math teacher. First day we're in class, he's like, "My name's Kevin, blah blah." He's all like, "You can call me Kevin when you graduate."
Yeah,
I
real
was like,
shit.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
definitely.
Wasn't gonna call you Kevin
I had a
anyway.
different experience with the teacher saying you call me so and so now that you graduated, but
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And as rated teacher's
No,
pet,
yeah,
it means
yeah.
a total other thing to me.
You experienced some of that shit.
no,
You-
no,
I know
no, no.
You're
Hey,
gonna
look,
hold
hey,
that
like
shit.
I
That's
told you,
cool.
bro, I was a different guy back then. I was not.
He's
that,
attracted to the teachers and the professors
look, man,
now.
KD. By the time I hit freshman year of college, I had fucked
You giving final exams and shit. Says
KD. By the time I hit freshman year of college, after my summer after senior year, I'd only fucked 2 women in my life. That's it.
okay, well, that's cool.
That's it. Only 2.
That's cool. Shit. Yeah.
Now, when I left
oh my
college
god,
after
I
a
had
year,
I had a higher number than you. Wow.
yeah, when I left college after a year, it was a little higher.
I think mine was higher than yours too.
Yeah. Well,
We're not gonna talk about numbers. My wife is here. We're not gonna talk about numbers and shit. I don't even want to get into that.
Hey,
no,
my
we
lady-
ain't talking
my
about
lady's
but,
here.
I went from
Talk about no numbers. Fuck that shit. No numbers. Hey man,
I'm
listen.
about to say I'd tell the story, but then I'd have to admit to my high school girlfriend that I
man.
actually cheated on her. So
Oh.
Listen.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Technically,
we'll skip
technically,
that
yeah.
one. She knows, but she knows.
She knows.
She's also got a fucking fantastic family with like a kid or 2 now. It's it's been 14 years. It doesn't matter.
All right. I've been thinking about this.
Don't do that. That'll hurt your
No,
brain.
honestly, Katie, this is for you. I've been thinking about this because I've been listening to a lot of this lately, editing all that. You said something on our last time you were here that just stuck with me.
I'm listening.
And it was act like you can't afford the bread until they find out you own the bakery. Dude,
Can that be one of our hashtags?
I gotta hear.
Can that be one
I
of
gotta
our
hear it one
hashtags?
time, man. I gotta
All right,
hear it
man,
one time.
Look, man. Look.
Let me get that one.
Look, man.
2, 3.
Hey man,
Yeah.
you act like you bread and you act like you don't. You act like you can't afford the bread until they realize you own the bakery.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that fucking
I appreciate that, man.
saying, dude, because it just always stuck with me. I was like, man, that is baller right there.
You know
man.
what that's really similar to? So I do acceptance and commitment therapy, and we work a lot through metaphors because it's easier for people to attach themselves to metaphors than it is actually saying that to themselves all the time. And that's a beautiful way to say that. That's going to resonate with a bunch of fucking people. That's incredible. There are people that study
it's
for
like,
years.
like
that
I
can't
told
do that.
Tyler, man. Like I told Tyler, I've definitely enjoyed getting to know you guys and shit like that because the guys that I were dealing with or the people that I were, the circle I was around, they weren't as loyal as I thought they were and shit
What's
like that.
your
So
what's your
that fucks you
quote about
up.
ties?
It fucks you up. So,
What's your quote about ties?
big love, bigger ties.
Big love, big ties.
Yeah, big love, bigger ties.
Yep.
Big love and bigger ties.
Yep.
Yeah, real
Big
shit.
love, bigger ties.
Yep, that's why we
you're
keep
the,
all
you're
the
the only
cats that
person
we
so
have.
far we've had on here twice. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that speaks
Oh, yeah, that's
volumes.
love. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely love, man.
Come on, man.
That's definitely love. You guys are great.
Yeah.
That like I said, that whole metaphor, like I just want to break into that because
Yeah, go for it.
I pay attention to how I just pay attention to how people treat me. I'm gonna be my weird self. I'm gonna be myself.
Authenticity, man.
No one remembers carbon copies of other people.
Real shit.
That's why I've always had a problem with having children of my own.
I just pay attention to how people treat me and shit. I go from there. You know what I mean? Whether they think I'm paying attention or not. Fuck the drinks.
Hey,
fuck the
look,
smoking
and
shit.
I agree
I'm
with
always
you.
aware. My third eye is always open.
I don't
That's
match
right, amen.
energy. I don't match energy. I keep my peace, but I recognize energy.
Yeah.
And if your energy doesn't vibe with my energy, then nah, I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
No. Yeah, look,
Well,
you guys got
energy-
it.
Like the first night you told me you love me.
Hey, look.
The first night you told me you love me, I was like,
Hey,
oh fuck, he
Adam.
didn't mean that shit. He's not just saying it because it was a crazy
You
night.
know, he
when
says it
said
and you
that shit.
know.
Adam thought that I knew about you messaging him about coming over tonight.
Yeah.
And when I got here, I was like, no, bro, I had just pulled up to the liquor store and I was like, baby, I'm going to text KD and see what his schedule's like. So I messaged you and was like, hey, what's your schedule like? And you were like, shit.
Adam
I'm
hit me
supposed-
yesterday.
You said I'm supposed to pull up at 7. And I was like, shit,
And I was
okay,
like,
cool.
he's
That's
free at
supposed to be.
7
So
or
I
he's
get
coming
here
at 7.
And Adam was like, yeah, so I guess Katie's gonna. And I was like, I literally just. He's like, oh, so you knew? And I was like, no, I didn't know you got a hold of him. I said, I messaged KD when we pulled in the liquor store and was like, what's your schedule like?
Man.
And apparently, I was like, I didn't know Adam already got a hold of you.
And she'll tell you, man.
And then we got an extra blessing of the wife and then an extra
people I
blessing
fuck
of the
with.
Caitlin.
The people I
Got an
fuck
Alicia
with.
here.
You know what I'm saying? The people I
Hey,
fuck
how
with,
are you now?
She'll tell you the people I fuck with, man, I make time for them. I swear to God I do. And sometimes that has irritated her because it wasn't reciprocated and it wasn't received and given back.
Yeah.
And she's
Well-
like, nigga, you gonna have to just look, fuck people. Fuck people because this, that, and the other.
We
But
go through
you
spurts
can't pour
like
into
that.
empty plates.
I was
bro.
excited. I was
We go
excited
through
that I was
spurts
like,
like
yeah, she
that.
could come. So that
Well,
was
look,
just
bro,
dope.
that's
She's always in the fucking house, man.
Also, I don't have to work 6 nights a week anymore.
Thank God.
So I got a
Thank
day
God.
job. I can fucking, and
Yeah.
I don't even work weekends no more. So
No doubt,
now
no
I get
doubt.
to we get time to do what we want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, within reason, we got kids every other week. So
Right.
Every day and every
Life.
week.
You have life.
Shit, have life.
Yeah.
VIE.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me again, man.
Oh, always.
Always,
shit.
man.
Nah, I think KD he's got to get a status as one of our recurring guests. 'Cause
Goddamn
he
right.
could probably he could hop in on any.
There's always a
subject.
spot.
He could hop in on any subject we got and have something relevant to
Man,
it.
of course, I love y'all too. But hey, check this out. I definitely want to say this, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell the people to follow RAFN.brand. RAFN.brand on Facebook.
It's a verb. Look
We
at
got
his
some.
shirt.
We got some groups. Listen, y'all content. Please join.
What about
Reels for Reels.
RFN.learn?
RFN Learn. That's what she's over there.
RFN Learn.
That's why she's
yes.
in her
I
tablet
love
right now.
that.
Yes. That's the new one. I know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we talked about that one
Yeah.
last time.
We did, yeah.
RFN Learn.
And this is rising like a motherfucker, bro. Financial literacy, like financial literacy. I know
That's
they're
what
talking
it's about.
Now,
No, you did a shout out on the last episode we had of you. Let's do another one. Like the RFN Learn. It's been building. It's been a few months since we last had you on here.
Right.
So since then, now that we're recording this second time, let me tell you that the follower amount on this RFN Learn and the people paying attention to this, the people commenting on this, has increased dramatically.
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously, if it's been that many months and there's still that much traffic adding, he's got some good fucking sense on the RFN Learn stuff. He's got some good financial literacy.
Yeah, we're at 4,000
Because if it
followers.
wasn't working, people wouldn't pay attention,
4,000
right? If it wasn't working, people wouldn't pay attention.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Man.
So obviously it's working.
Yeah, man.
What you're saying on this RAFN Learn is good enough knowledge that people are paying attention and it's going. And then on top of that, it's always better to learn if you're in an RAFN t-shirt.
Good job,
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else you got for us, KD? You got Learn, then what else you got?
Man, we got All for One for Us on Facebook. That's a community page. Reels for Reels. I definitely want you guys.
That's the one I just.
Reels for Reels. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of y'all shit there, bro, because that's the page, man. Reels.
Aw.
REELS. The number 4 and then the word real. We got a page and a group. Follow both of them. And I want on the group y'all can post as much as y'all want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all feel like it, go for it.
And
Go
expect,
for it. Everything
guys,
y'all
expect-
post on y'all page, post it on Real for Real. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, man.
Expect every post we have on the Mac Knows Worst pages. Expect those to involve RAFNs. I just want everybody to know RAFN and the Mac Knows Worst are tied.
Yes, you better know it big ties.
They're
man.
tied.
Too much love.
Yeah. 15 minutes to land.